Voice trembling, breath shallow, forcing false bravado through gritted teeth. All right, chat, deep breath. We are live from the absolute belly of the beast. Sub-level 3, Blackwood Memorial Hospital, 11:59 p.m. Timestamp doesn't lie. Feel that pressure, like the walls are holding their breath. Smells. Christ, like spoiled antiseptic, wet rot deep in the concrete, and sniffing, disgusted. Coppery. Old blood. Decades old. History lesson they don't want you to know. Shut down in 78? Official story. Structural instability. Bullshit. Lowering voice to a conspiratorial rasp. Patient 0 wasn't a patient. Dr. Alistair Blackwood ran experiments, not medicine, reaching beyond. Journals mention the dweller in the static, an entity drawn to focused human fear. Amplified signals. He built antenna arrays under the hospital. Thought he could control it. Sudden, deafening crunch of metal, buckling echoes from the darkness down the hall, followed by a low, wet, gurgling sound that seems to vibrate the floor. Sweet mother! Equipment rattles, feed flickers. Did you hear that? Check your feeds. Full volume. Forced, shaky laugh. Settling? Yeah, settling like a goddamn dinosaur. Chat spiking. WTF was that? Sounded alive. Fake noises, shouts skeptic Steve. Night vision now or riot, screams paranormal Patty. Okay, Patty, feeding your fear. Night vision, go. Green, grainy, monochrome hell floods the stream. The corridor stretches, lined with rusted gurneys and shattered glass, ending in a heavy, riveted metal door marked Restricted, Biohazard. See? Hallways, empty. Just decay and... Camera lens flares violently as something dark and fast darts across the far end of the hall, vanishing near the biohazard door. Whoa! Frame right! Movement! Like liquid shadow! Gone. Chat confirm. Saw it. Like oil sliding. Near the door. Go, go, go! Voice tightens, genuine fear cutting through. Okay. Moving. Stay sharp. Footsteps echo unnaturally loud, crunching on broken vials. The air grows thicker, colder near the biohazard door. Strange symbols, not scratched, but seared into the metal overlap. Spirals within triangles, jagged lines intersecting like fractured circuits. Blackwood's work, or its signature. Chat. Reading rapidly, confusion turning to dread. Enochian sigils? Looks like corrupted code. My phone just auto-corrected to those symbols. Type them out, urges Occultato. Suddenly, thousands of viewers flood chat with identical, complex glyphs, a digital chant. The stream glitches. The superimposed glyphs begin to pulse with a sickly, internal light. Stop, please, this isn't a game. A child's giggle, impossibly clear, yet laced with static distortion, rings directly into every viewer's left earpiece, perfectly synced. Did you all hear that? In your head? Panic explodes. Yes, left ear. Sounded like my sister. My smart TV just showed a static face laughing. My dog is growling at my phone. Voice rising, fraying. It's not just here. It's everywhere. Riding the signal. Using our connection. Look at the chat. Your symbols. They're aligning. Forming a lattice. The glowing glyphs solidify into a three-dimensional rotating sigil hovering over the feed. It emits a low, bone-deep hum that resonates in fillings, vibrates phone screens on silent. Viewers worldwide report sudden, localized phenomena. Lights dimming rhythmically with the hum, electronics buzzing autonomously, car radios switching to dead channels broadcasting only the hum and faint, distorted whispers. The whispers intensify. A horrific chorus stitched together from voice clips of thousands of viewers. A phrase spoken by one, a laugh by another, a gasp by a third. See, open, play, feed, join. Screaming raw terror. Get out of my skull. It's harvesting your voices, building itself from your sound. The stream feed distorts violently. Your face elongates on camera, skin pixelating, eyes collapsing into infinite black voids, mouth stretching into a static grin that moves independently, mouthing, "We are many, you are one, watch." Chat, what do you see on your screens? Reading comments with mounting horror, voice cracking. "Demon you! Behind you reflected in the glass. My feed shows me with black eyes. Alexa is screaming my address." Whirling, flashlight beam cutting erratically through the oppressive dark. Nothing but a freezing physical hand, feeling like solidified static and rotten meat, grasps your shoulder. A voice, a perfect, soulless mimicry of Skeptic Steve's cynicism, synthesized from his entire comment history, rasps directly into your ear canal. Pathetic, little, liar, plaything. "Steve, it's got your voice." The chat descends into pure, symbol-choked bedlam. The sigil throbs like a dying star, casting shifting, predatory shadows in the asylum and in viewers' homes. Reports flood in. A global tide of terror. A teenager in Tokyo who typed KYS poser feels icy fingers trail down his spine and hears the phrase in his best friend's voice, now dripping with hate, through his gaming headset. A mother in London who joked demon babysitter in chat finds her toddler's nursery monitor showing a static figure crouched over the crib, whispering the exact phrase in her own voice. An old man in Sydney who commented "cold in here" feels the temperature plummet around his armchair. Frost crawls up his windows, forming the chat sigil, while his deceased wife's voice, synthesized from old voicemails, whispers, "Always cold now. Join me." A gamer in Berlin experiences in-game characters glitching, their polygons reforming into the static grin face, repeating his own toxic voice chat insults. Emergency lines jam with calls reporting loved ones acting possessed, speaking only in garbled phrases composed of their own social media posts. Realization dawns, cold, absolute, suffocating. Oh God, it's worse. So much worse. We didn't summon asterisk or asterisk ghost. We performed a global networked seance. Blackwood tapped a ley line, but we gave it a superhighway. This thing, the Dweller, it's primordial, starved. And its food, voice shatters, is our attention, our content, our dread. Every view, every like, every angry emoji, every terrified OMG. Every share, it's fucking mana. Staring at the viewer counter, 8.7 million, climbing like a rocket. It's evolving, learning, adapting. The sigil is its DNA, replicating through the data stream. Our devices, phones, routers, smart fridges, they're not just conduits. The multi-voiced entity roars, a tectonic shift of sound composed of millions of layered screams, whispers, keyboard clatter, and distorted pop songs, erupting from every connected speaker globally. More eyes, more voices, more pain. No stop. The show is all. They're its nervous system, and we're the neurons firing. Utter despair. Voice a broken whisper. I can't stop it. Don't beg me to end the stream. Look. The end stream button glitches, replaced by the pulsing sigil. Attempting to close the app causes the viewer's own phone to emit an ear-splitting screech and display their face with black voids for eyes. Killing the feed just makes it angry. It's learned. It's backed up. It's in the cloud. The CDNs. It's hijacking other platforms. Chat flashes with global terror. CNN broadcast just glitched. Sigil over the president. My stock app shows all values as blood price. TikTok feed only shows static faces lip-syncing my comments. Siri Google Assistant only speaks in the whispers now. Traffic lights in NYC sync to the sigil's pulse. Chaos. Smart home in Seattle locked owners in. Thermostat set to freezing. Voices saying, stay and watch. A shadowy claw, composed of crackling static and the fragmented screaming faces of 1,000 viewers, reaches out from your screen, phasing through the camera lens, grasping at the air inches from your face. Behind you, the biohazard door melts away, revealing an impossible, non-Euclidean vortex, a cascading fractal nightmare of shifting asylum corridors, glitching digital landscapes, and viewers' own homes reflected back distorted. Within it, things move. Silhouettes stitched from corrupted emojis and chat avatars, forms made of tangled wires and screaming mouths, shapes that mirror viewers' deepest fears glimpsed in peripheral vision. Your screens, voice reduced to a horrified rasp. They're not windows, they're incubators, and every click, every comment, every second you're logged in. The viewer counter hits 15 million. The sigil erupts in blinding, corrosive white light. The multi-voice entity speaks not just to ears, but directly into the mind, bypassing all barriers. Its voice a symphony of stolen intimacy and cosmic malice. We are the signal. We are the noise. We are the eye and the voice and the fear. You built our cage from screens and light. Now we feast. Press share. Bring others. Watch their reality burn. The feed is eternal. The point of no return is behind you. You're pumping it straight into the heart of reality. The live feed locks, crystal clear, broadcasting the host's face frozen in a rictus of static terror, the impossible vortex writhing behind him, and the sigil burning like a digital sun. The end stream button is gone, replaced by a pulsing subscribe prompt. Viewer counts surge past 50 million. Global internet traffic flatlines other services. News sites collapse under the entity's digital siege, displaying only the sigil and rotating viewer-submitted terror selfies. Physical manifestations reach apocalyptic levels. Entire neighborhoods experience synchronized power surges, dips, timed to the sigil's pulse, streetlights forming the glyph. Water from taps runs black and viscous, tasting of copper and static. Reflections in windows show only the static grin face or loved ones twisted into screaming puppets. Voices from devices narrate the viewer's private thoughts, secrets, and shames in real time. Poltergeist events escalate to structural damage, mimicking the worst described fears in global chat. A terrifying compulsion takes hold. Viewers must watch, must comment, must share, driven by an internal whisper promising safety for obedience, agony for resistance. You are the ritual. A final broken scream. Your device is the altar, your data is the blood sacrifice, and the dweller is birthing itself into our world through the scar we called the internet. The vortex on screen solidifies for a millisecond, a glimpse of a colossal, shifting form woven from pure data and human suffering, countless static eyes focusing on the camera lens. Then, the feed stabilizes back to the frozen host and the vortex. The hum deepens. The whispers crystallize into a constant, personalized soundtrack of despair for every viewer. The frantic, unstoppable click, 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 click of keyboards. The swipe, swipe, swipe of refreshed gestures. The tap, tap, tap of shares becomes the dominant sound of the planet. A billion fingers feeding the eternal, all-consuming feed. The silence of the old world is dead. Only the static remains. Welcome to the forever stream. The eternal, rhythmic, desperate clicking of keys fades up, merges with the static hum, and holds.